Hello everyone, I'm Zenith with Gardening Mindfully. I start most days with mindfulness by practicing yoga, deep breathing, and meditation. Today, I thought I would bring you along with me. First, let's talk about mindfulness. To me, mindfulness is about paying attention to the present moment, focusing on what's in the here and now, and not worry so much about what happened yesterday or what is about to come. To slow down and smell the roses, so to speak. Mindfulness is a way to take care of our minds as well as our bodies. We'll get started by sitting on our heels. We'll take 3 deep breaths here, breathing in and out through our nose. We'll take 3 more deep breaths here. However, this time we'll raise our arms above our head on each inhale and lower them on the exhale. If you notice, I also have my eyes closed. That's okay. If you're comfortable keeping your eyes open, that's quite okay as well. I prefer to keep my eyes closed and focus on some imaginary object in front of me, or just to focus on my nose. Here we go, 3 deep breaths, raising our arms on the inhale and lowering them on the exhale. Great job. Now we will move into cat-cow. With cat-cow, we'll go ahead and make sure that our knees are at hip distance apart. This is my hip distance apart right here. So I'll turn to the side and we'll move into cat-cow. And if you notice, I'm sitting up with on my toes. Another option is to just place your feet flat on the mat. I prefer to have my toes up because I get a deeper stretch. Now my feet are hip distance apart, and I'll go ahead and I'll take my elbows and bring them down into my knees, placing my palms flat on the mat, and then I will just straighten my elbows. If this is not very comfortable, it's okay to go ahead and just scoot your hands out forward a little bit. But what we want to make sure we do here is to make sure that our shoulder is directly above our wrist to prevent any injury. So we're taking deep breaths here, and we're moving into cat-cow. Inhaling.
'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me
to center or flat back. Let's do that one more time. And let's make sure that our navel is towards our spine, so our navel is tucked in. And we'll move into cat-cow once more. Spine or flat back. Our navel is towards our spine. Great job. Let's go ahead and come back center. The next pose we'll be doing is called child's pose. Child's pose is a resting pose in yoga. However, you also get a really great stretch, and it's one of my favorite yoga postures. So with child's pose, our feet are going to be wider than hip distance, and our big toes will be together. And we'll just reach forward, placing our forehead on the mat. So my big toes are together, my knees are out to the edge of the mat, so they're wider than hip distance apart, and I'll reach forward with my arms, my elbows are straight, and my forehead will be on the mat, and we'll rest here for 3 deep breaths. So we're reaching forward, and you go as far as you can go. I'm going as far as my body can go because I'm honoring my body. And that's all I can ask my body to do. So we need to be mindful of our own bodies and only go as far as we're able to go today. Here we go. Careful when we come out of our yoga poses. We never want to rush. We never want to force anything. We always want to take our time. And yoga is about going at your own pace. It's what works for you. It's no comparison. It's not about what I can do versus what you can do. Yoga is an individual journey. It's an individual practice. Our last pose today is called camel. With camel pose, we're coming back into where our feet are hip distance apart. We'll reach up with our arms, and if possible, you can bring your arms back to touch your heels. Now that's only if you can get that far. So again, this is about your practice, where your body can go today. So let's go ahead and get into camel. So with camel, I'm bringing my fists together again. I'm bringing them in between my knees to make sure I'm getting hip distance. Then I'm coming up on my knees, and again I can curl my toes under, or I can keep my feet flat. I'll go ahead and keep my feet flat in this case. And I'll bend backwards and wrap my fingers around my heel and just look up. This is an awesome, awesome pose to open up the center of our body. Let's go ahead and breathe here. Again, we want to take our time to come out of these poses. Coming back center, finding the balance of where we are. And then sinking our hips back. And let's go into child's pose here. Reaching our arms forward, sitting back on our heels for 3 deep breaths. Fantastic job. Now let's go ahead and twist gently to the side. We'll start on my left, your right. So I'm going to bring my left arm back as far as it can go. And then I'll bring my right arm to the outside of my left knee. And I'll just gaze over my shoulder or look back as far as I can go. And I should feel the stretch right here in the side of my neck. Should also feel it here in my right side. So twisting towards the left. And I'll reverse now and twist towards the right. So I'll bring my right arm back behind me as far as it can go. And mine can go this far, but this is your yoga practice. And I'll bring my left arm back and just twist in towards the right. Deep breaths here. Coming back to the center, so we unravel ourselves and come back to the center. And we will just sit here for a few breaths. So this will just be normal breaths, and we will focus on our nose for quiet meditation. Feeling the balance of where we are. Practicing mindfulness can take many forms. We can practice mindfulness through gardening, which we do on this channel, through yoga, meditation, deep breathing. It can be running. Whatever form works best for you, I encourage you to strive to make it a daily practice. Thich Nhat Hanh said, if we abandon the present moment, we cannot live our daily lives deeply. Let's think about that. If we abandon the present moment, we cannot live our daily lives deeply. Thank you for your support. I look forward to continuing our journey of joy and discovery. Namaste.